Hey, what's happening, viewers and loyal fans? Elton McFall here. It is a gorgeous day today in the afternoon of Mother's Day 2025 here in Montreal. It's May 11th, and not to go on a sour note, but I have to say it must be mentioned, it must be recognized. One of the most profound impact events of my life happened actually 30 years ago today. And actually, the weather was quite the opposite. It was really a crummy day, rainy, damp, like it had been for recently in the last few days. And anyway, I got a call from one of my best friends at the time. I was in CJEP at Dawson. Did not have particularly a good day, and my friend Paul, he calls me to tell me, he's like, "Hey, are you sitting down?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You better sit down." And he tells me that one of our best friends, his name was Mark, he took his own life. And apart from my grandmother dying when I was 7 years old, that was a big deal. I never had anybody close to me die, so that was really had a major impact on me as like when my father died in 2006. And I just wanted to throw that in there because, man, 30 years, man. I remember when you have such an important, it's like 9/11, like you remember where you were, what you were doing, where you were working, what the weather was like. Well, it's like that, again, 30 years, amazing. Man, I was 19 at the time. Crazy. Anyway, so on a positive note, I just finished this beautiful vintage tree car here. I don't remember which company made this. If it was American Locomotive Company or was it maybe Canadian, not Canadian Car, but American Car and Foundry. Maybe it's a St. Louis. Maybe it was made by the St. Louis company. I don't know. It's actually great too that it's really bright right now outside because that brightness does come kind of in here. It's brighter in here, so things look better basically. And kind of not trying to get the glare from this light here, but this definitely shows up a lot better anyway than with even taking pictures with my regular phone, the Samsung. It's not good as quality as this with the GoPro. So I've been working hard on this every day. I actually started this last Monday, so I've been plucking away a few hours every day, or an hour here, 2 hours there, whatever. And I'm really glad it's done. It's for, of course, one of my biggest fans, Mr. Evan Gould, out in Long Island, New York, and a huge transit fan, a young man, I guess, in his 20s, I suppose. And of course, I'll show you the picture that he sent me that he took, just like the other vehicles I painted for him. There was a IRT subway. There was, of course, the last painting I did for him was that MCI coach. And here's the picture that he sent me last week. I'm not sure how sharp that's going to show because I noticed with this GoPro you can't get really if you see, there you go. You go really close and it goes out of focus. But anyway, the only thing that's not correct about not correct with a question mark, right, with an asterisk, is obviously this is a deeper red. But I figured, well, what the hell? I found there's this one, I only found another picture of this thing, and it was also on a cloudy day. So I figured in the sun, it probably looks somewhat like this. Anyway, look, 4 coats of paint I think is enough, One of the really bizarre features about this tram, as they call them in Europe mostly, is these traffic type lights, which is really bizarre. I've never seen that in a streetcar before. Very bizarre. Of course, I think he mentioned to me that this was built in 1909, if I'm not mistaken. And I love those arched windows, like in an old building, usually more old commercial buildings than houses, And there's a steam locomotive way back there behind all those tracks. And I should mention, of course, this was a Red Rocket line, Philadelphia. It's funny, a rocket, at the time this is built, it's over 100 years old. So I guess that was the name of the transit company was Philadelphia Suburban, I suppose. And this acted, I guess, as an interurban car like we had here in any cities. I kind of went like a little bit off on the, from memory, this locomotive here. I didn't even copy what was in the picture, but this is pretty much like in the picture. I'll show you this again. Very proud of it, very excited. That's terrific. Of course, I'm sure there's any artist that could probably do better than me, but hey, a lot of people can't even do any of this stuff. So, and even Evan, actually, like a day or two ago, he sends me a couple of. He says he loves my art so much it inspired him to pick up a pencil, the paper, and draw. And he did like a side view drawing of the infamous GMC RTS bus. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, up until like so many years ago, since the 70s. That was the bus in New York specifically. That's where they ordered the most of them, those very aerodynamic buses. And after that, GM sold their bus division anyway. So here in Montreal, all the streetcars were retired like the last day of them all operating. They brought them all out. They paraded them around all the lines around the city, and I would have a time machine just to see that. So actually, a lot of places, 59 was the last year for streetcars, and oddly enough, they were replaced, most of them, by GM New Look buses. And so it's great to have the honor to create this piece of history, as everything else that I paint. Like, for example, the last two paintings I did from under one of my big fans, Mr. Ed Beatty in Savannah, Georgia. His painting is in fact en route, and that was with the two GP38 locomotives, a freight locomotive and another switcher next to it, the same type as an Amtrak, and the other one was, I think, Chicago Northwestern, I think it was. So if you're interested in having this kind of a painting done by moi, you can reach me at Elton McFall, eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. You can find me also on Facebook. These paintings are for sale here. They're between $250 and $300. I'll give a good deal if you buy more than one painting. This one right here is $250, 63 Impala. The background here, I was inspired from an apartment building here in Montreal. Actually, oddly enough, they painted over all that when I found it on Street View. Of course, not too long ago here, a few months ago, I did the infamous Andre the Giant with his Cadillac Fleetwood. I'm trying to do my impression. Anyway, you've seen all this stuff, but again, if you're interested, let me know. Get in touch with me. And any of you guys are ever in Montreal, you're coming here, you're welcome to come see the collection. I always look forward to meeting fans. I even like meeting people like the nice old gentleman who came earlier there. Bought a couple ads for me, nice old man, and cool looking guy. He looked cooler than me even. He's like 7 years old. And yeah, that's about it. I know you're thinking, Elton, did you do a painting of a Cybertruck? I did at the end of last year, because I saw one and it blew my mind how bizarre it was. I said, I'm going to paint that just because it's freaking different. So, and oh yeah, I didn't show you guys these collages I did. I forgot to mention these. Yeah, a few months ago I also did these collages with my original photos, because I've got thousands of them. Like these ones, I took all the famous Orange Julep restaurant here in Montreal. So it's all original. I put this all together by hand. This is not like a copy or anything. You can see these are real photos. And there's my writing signature. There's another one here. There's one other one. Jeez, kind of dark here. Right? There's one right here. This is the second one I did. The other one I did originally many years ago. I actually sold it to my friend Norma, who bought a few of my paintings a few months ago. And there you go. You can see some of my original photos I took between, I think it's, what was it again? Between 2011, 2012. And there you go. All cruisers. Where are they now, though, right? Because come to think of it, since then, have I seen any of these cars? I don't think so. That's how it goes. A lot of old cars, they just stay in the garage. They never come out. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate your comments. If you have any questions, and again, you want something you want me to paint for you. Hey, if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have any money like me, do not pay me to do a painting for you, please. But again, if you got minimum, you want to spend $100, 8x10 painting, that can be done quickly. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.